Everybody want to talk about the Epstein files. Well, the Epstein files pale in comparison to this. And my files are more accessible to the public. All right. My files are more accessible to the public. If you go straight to President Trump, we talking about mass incarceration in your prison industry. The money he making off of mass incarceration, the ICE detention centers, the new prisons that he building. This is President Trump, his first go round. And everything he got the first go round, this is his Watergate. I'm going to turn over everything that I got to the College of Notre Dame. I'm going to the College of Notre Dame. I'm going to Georgetown University. I'm going to the University of Baltimore Law School. All right. I'm going to talk about American history and art, because art is covered in the First Amendment of the Constitution. I attended this event through the lens and the legal lens, so I know my legal rights. I made a movie using Facebook, social media for social change. I don't need 1 million people to march. I need 1 million people to pay attention. These are contract tips, all right? And I had all this. Scott Schellenberger stole it. Scott Schellenberger stole this on February the 7th, 2011. This is to prove I was making a movie about your judicial system, all right? Commode emotion. I used the toilet then, and I use the toilet now. Because the toilet don't care if you black, white, straight, or gay. A toilet take your shit every day. That's a toilet. And that's Senator Antonio Hayes. Senator Antonio Hayes has my evidence. That's KWEISI MFUME and Ivan Bates. Racism don't work without black cooperation. It ain't gonna end without white participation. Facebook, social media for social change. I got everything I need. We're gonna scroll for a little while. That's Whitey and Megan. That's West Wednesday. That's Tawanda. That's Tawanda. That's me and Tawanda at the War Memorial. Like I say, activism ain't terrorism. That's President Trump, Tawanda, and Mayor Brandon Scott. That's me. I'm the cook in Baltimore. All right? Stop killing cops. You feel me? It's about activism in Baltimore. Men Against Murder. That's me and Gretchen. All right? Runners for Justice. My other half. Like I said, activism. It's all about activism. Homelessness. That's me and Ray Kelly. That's me. I'm an activist in Baltimore. And my activism is the prison industry. I was kidnapped by the state of Maryland for making a documentary about your prison industry. These are the cases: Maryland, Illinois, and Maryland. We talking about $250 million in intellectual property theft. And President Trump has all that evidence. President Trump, Dan Bongino, the FBI in Chicago, the FBI in Baltimore, and the Attorney General, Eric Barron. This is Exhibit 4. All right? 119050 Falls Road. In regards to your documentary, I would not be able to appear. That's Senator Ben Cardin's, and that's Senator Ben Cardin's. All right? That's George Clinton, Parliament Funkadelic, Dwayne Davis. All right? The Maryland School of Law. That's the Department of Justice. That's Judge Papaya, Judge Turnbull, and Judge Souter. We're talking about Judge Souter, Judge Janae, Judge Cox, and Baltimore County courts. And Baltimore City courts, we talking about Judge Carrion. Man, I got all the judges' names. All videos and legal materials sent to all 3 judges. All right? That's my Department of Justice ID number. All right? Department of Justice. State's Attorney's Office received. All right? That's me and Out for Justice. If you go directly to Trina from Out for Justice, she got 5 storyboards. Those 5 storyboards exposes, and is also evidence for a federal investigation. Brack versus Wells gives me access to the grand jury. That's Mark Clark, the Big Fat Morning Show on Fox 45. That's at Nellie's coming out party at the Milford Mill Swim Club when Mark Clark first came to Baltimore. That's the Shorty Program, self-help organization for the redevelopment and re-education of the young. I gave you a program that works. That's Amnesty International in 2014. I applied for political asylum and my government ain't responded to that. Right here, Dwayne Shorty Davis, Baltimore activist, involved in the issues including corruption, judicial system, police brutality, political transparency in the prison industry, military industrial complex. That's me. That's Amnesty International. So like I said, I'm seeking political asylum because my government and my elected officials won't protect me. I don't want to end up dead like George Floyd or Freddie Gray or Tyrone West or Anthony Anderson or Emmett Till. That's Dick Gregory and Shorty. Before Dick Gregory died, 2015, 2014, that's Congressman Cummings' office. 2014, false imprisonment, police brutality, judicial fraud, prisoners' right advocate. All right. So KWEISI, you got to act on that information. I need a federal grand jury. I need exoneration of the Supreme Court, a presidential pardon. I filed my paperwork with Baltimore County and they blocked it. Scott Schellenberger refused this. All right, that's Baltimore County and that's Harry Spikes. It's all right there. And like I said, denying me access to the court is a violation of my constitutional rights. So President Trump, it's time for you to step up and step in because you got evidence. Like I said, it's bigger than the Epstein files. It's all about Fox 45 and the money you make off mass incarceration. Ask Keith Daniels. He seen me yesterday. He gonna see me more. Go outside of Fox 45 and get that toilet. I left a toilet in front of Fox 45 and President Trump got one too. Like I said, it's bigger than Epstein. They impeached you last time. That's Waukegan. And this is Baltimore County courts. This is the toilet I left in front of Fox 45 yesterday. That's Fox 45. That's me. It's an MPT learning moment. Activism ain't terrorism. I'd free a lot more if you knew you were slaves. This ain't my fight. This is our struggle. Yeah, we're gonna flush Fox. Don't feed the fox. Like I said, I'm famous for toilets. And I'm gonna run with that shit. Take me to court. Cause we're gonna protest more. Yeah, we're gonna protest more and use more toilets.